Thanks for joining me again today in the office. As we move through 2026, market volatility hasn't just become common, it's become the new normal. For those of you within 5 to 10 years of retirement, this isn't just a headline, it's a high stakes question. How do I protect the savings I've worked 40 years to build without missing out on growth? We call this the retirement red zone. This is the critical window where your retirement plan is most vulnerable to market shifts. It's the moment where a wrong turn can cost you years of freedom. Historically, a 20% crash right at the start of your retirement could take a decade to recover from. That's a decade of your retirement lost. Think about the tech bubble or 2008. Those weren't just numbers on a screen. They were life-altering events for retirees who were just starting out. I've seen firsthand how these events can delay retirements by years or force significant lifestyle changes. We want to avoid that. That's why fixed indexed annuities, or FIAs, have become a cornerstone of modern planning for those in the red zone. They offer a middle ground between risk and safety. We look at retirement in 3 phases: the go-go years when you're active and traveling, the slow-go years, and the no-go years. Your income strategy needs to be resilient enough to fuel all 3. A market crash in the go-go years is the ultimate threat to that plan. So, what is a fixed indexed annuity at its core? It is a deferred annuity contract between you and an insurance carrier. Your growth is linked to a market index, like the S&P 500, but you aren't actually invested directly in the stock market. You're buying a promise of safety. But here is the critical distinction. Your principal is 100% protected from market losses. The insurance company takes the risk. This means no matter how far the market falls, your account value will never decrease due to market performance. That's the power of the floor. Zero is your hero means that if the S&P drops 10, 20, or even 30%, your account balance simply stays at zero for that year. While others are losing their hard-earned savings, your balance remains intact, ready for the next market upswing. You never lose a dime of your principal or your previously locked-in gains. Once a gain is credited, it's yours to keep. This is called the annual reset feature. In 2026, we're seeing caps averaging between 7 and 10.5%. You participate in the climb, but you never slide back down. It's a ratcheting effect that locks in your growth annually. You don't actually own stocks. You own a contract with an insurance company that uses the index as a measuring stick for your interest credits. This allows you to stay in the game without the fear of being wiped out by a crash. It's about staying invested for the long term with a massive safety net. Why roll over now? Because of sequence of returns risk. This is the most dangerous risk in early retirement. In a volatile market, the order in which you earn your returns matters more than the average return over time. It's about the timing of the market's moves. Imagine losing 20% in your first year of retirement while also withdrawing 4%. You've just set your recovery back by years. A big loss, right, as you start taking withdrawals can be catastrophic. It can deplete your account faster than it can ever recover. It's a math problem that many don't solve until it's too late. Let's talk about the traditional 4% rule. For decades, this was the gold standard. You'd withdraw 4% of your portfolio every year, adjusted for inflation. But in 2026, with higher volatility and longer lifespans, many experts are saying 4% is now too aggressive. If the market drops early on, you're withdrawing from a shrinking pot. Fixed indexed annuities provide a guaranteed alternative. Instead of hoping for 4%, you can often lock in a lifetime income percentage that is contractual. It takes the guesswork out of the equation. You're not relying on a historical average. When we build your map, we use the 3-bucket strategy. Bucket 1 is your liquid cash, 6 to 12 months for emergencies. Bucket 2 is your safe bucket. This is where your fixed indexed annuity lives. It provides the foundation of guaranteed income. Bucket 3 is your growth bucket for long-term equity. By securing bucket 2, you can actually be more aggressive with bucket 3 because you know your bills are paid. It's about balance and removing the stress of total market exposure. You're not just investing, you're planning. This is how we move from chasing returns to creating security. By rolling over, you lock in your win from the market gains of the last decade and move from the accumulation phase. You move from chasing high-risk growth into the preservation phase. You've already won the game, now you just have to keep it. You're ensuring your savings stay there for you. It's a mental shift as much as a financial one. It's about being able to sleep at night knowing your foundation is secure. For my clients, this is the moment they finally stop checking the market every morning with a pit in their stomach. They know their plan is built on a rock-solid foundation. Now let's look at the new frontier of indexing in 2026. While many are used to traditional S&P 500 caps, we've moved beyond that. The most advanced strategies today use volatility control indices. These are designed to dynamically rebalance, sometimes 13 times a day, to smooth out the ride. Because the risk is lower for the carrier, they can offer much higher participation rates. These rates often exceed 100%, sometimes even 200% or higher. This means you can capture more of the market's upside. If the index grows 5% and your rate is 200%, you get a 10% credit. It's a game changer. It's a way to capture growth without a traditional cap. You get the protection and the performance. In 2026, we now have index strategies that don't have caps at all. They use participation rates instead to capture growth. It gives you more flexibility in bull markets to capture that moonshot growth. We also have to address the bond math challenge. Historically, retirees use bonds for safety, but 2026 has a new challenge: duration risk. If interest rates rise just 1%, bond fund prices can drop by 6% or more. This is the inverse relationship that many investors don't fully realize. Fixed indexed annuities solve this. Because they have a 0% floor, you mathematically cannot lose principal due to rising interest rates. This is why institutional planners are now treating fixed indexed annuities as a bond alternative, providing the safety of a bond with the upside potential of the market. It's a safer middle ground. One of the most powerful features of these contracts is the lifetime income rider. This is your personal safety net for life. This turns your savings into a guaranteed paycheck that you can never outlive, no matter how long you live or what the economy does, even if your account balance goes to zero. For couples, these riders can often be structured as joint lifetime income, ensuring the paycheck keeps coming as long as either of you are living. It's the ultimate spousal protection tool. You don't have to worry about a surviving spouse's income being slashed when one passes away. That's true security. One of the best uses of a fixed indexed annuities rollover is bridging the gap to Social Security. If you retire at 62 but want to wait until 70 to maximize your Social Security benefit, where does the income come from? And fixed indexed annuities can provide that bridge income for those 8 years, allowing your benefit to grow by 8% annually. It's a surgical way to use your 401k assets to guarantee a higher permanent paycheck later. We call this the retirement bridge. You're effectively trading some of your private savings for a much larger, inflation-adjusted, government-guaranteed paycheck. It's a strategic move for the long haul. In 2026, these are remarkably required minimum distribution friendly. Once you hit 73 and the IRS requires distributions, these contracts handle it. They satisfy those required minimum distribution rules while keeping your guaranteed income stream intact. You don't have to worry about the penalties. Your income stays predictable. The Secure Act 2.0 has opened incredible doors. For many of you, the required minimum distribution age is now 73 or even 75. This gives you a longer tax deferral window to grow your money. We also look at whether rolling over into a Roth-based annuity makes sense for your tax-free legacy. It's about being surgical with your planning. We use qualified longevity annuity contracts to hide up to $200,000 from your required minimum distributions calculations. It's a legal tax shelter. By lowering your required minimum distributions, you lower your taxable income in your 70s. This can help you avoid those expensive Medicare IRMA surcharges. We help you optimize every dollar. How does fixed indexed annuities compare to CDs? While those offer fixed rates, they are often outpaced by inflation, the silent killer of your purchasing power. If you earn 3% but inflation is at 4%, you are actually losing purchasing power every single day. Your money needs to work harder to keep up with the cost of living. In 2026, the link to the market index in fixed indexed annuities provides a much better opportunity for your money to keep its value. The market link gives you the fuel to outrun inflation, while the 0% floor gives you the safety you need. While your principal is just as safe as in a CD, the upside potential is significantly higher. Now, I always give you the full picture, including the downsides. Fixed indexed annuities aren't for everyone. Some are long-term commitments with surrender charges for the first 5 to 10 years. But there are some that offer immediate lifetime income options. Liquidity is limited, so don't put your emergency cash here. We are 100% transparent. Also, those caps we talked about can limit your upside in a moonshot year. You're giving up the chance for 30% growth to ensure you never take a 30% loss. There are indexes that do not have caps as well. It's a defensive play. We help you decide which strategy best suits your risk tolerance. It's highly customizable to your specific map. No one size fits all here. Protecting your legacy means understanding the new beneficiary rules. The stretch IRA is dead. Under current rules, most non-spouse beneficiaries must fully exhaust an inherited account within 10 years. It's a tax trap. If you've already started required minimum distributions, your children might be forced into higher brackets. We use modern fixed indexed annuities structures with enhanced death benefits to manage this, ensuring your legacy isn't lost to the IRS. These contracts bypass the long, expensive probate process and pay directly to your heirs. It's faster, more private, and more efficient. It's about what they actually keep once you're gone. Let's look at a real example. I worked with a 62-year-old with $285,000 in a volatile IRA. He was tired of the stress. We rolled that into an fixed indexed annuities with a lifetime income rider. Today, at 65, he's receiving a guaranteed $1,800 per month for the rest of his life. He's traveling now and spending time with grandkids. I also worked with a couple in their late 60s with a $750,000 combined 401k. They were worried about one spouse outliving the other. We structured a joint life fixed indexed annuities that guaranteed them $4,200 a month. Even when the husband passed away last year, the wife's income didn't change. Not one penny. That's the power of planning for the worst while hoping for the best. She has the peace of mind knowing her lifestyle is secure for the rest of her life, regardless of market volatility. Our strategies are showing this kind of resilience in 2026. It's about building a moat around your retirement. Finally, let's talk about the digital bridge. Many people fear the rollover process, but in 2026, it's faster and safer than ever. Our digital transfer systems complete most moves in just 2 to 3 weeks. We use secure, encrypted e-signature platforms for everything. You can track your funds like a package. No more waiting weeks for a paper check to arrive or get lost. We handle the heavy lifting, the oversight, and the security. We make sure the bridge is secure so you can cross with total peace of mind. It's a seamless transition designed to get you into your safe bucket as quickly as possible. Let's answer the top questions. 1. Is a rollover taxable? No, it's a non-taxable direct transfer between custodians. As long as it goes from one qualified account to another, like a 401k to an IRA-based fixed indexed annuities, there is no tax hit for the move. You're simply moving the money from one pocket to another. 2. What happens if I pass away early? Your beneficiaries receive the full account balance, including any locked-in gains. Your money doesn't just vanish into the insurance company. It stays with your family, often avoiding probate entirely. That's a huge benefit that many people don't realize. 3. Can I access money for an emergency? Yes, most plans allow 10% penalty-free withdrawals every single year. You have access to a portion of your funds if life throws a curveball. It's not locked away forever. You have flexibility. We make sure you keep enough liquid cash in bucket 1 first. 4. How long does the whole process take? Like we said, about 2 to 3 weeks. Our team tracks it every single day for you. We handle the communication between the old and new custodians. You stay in the loop without having to spend hours on hold. It's our white glove service for your retirement. 5. Is my money safe with the insurance company? We only work with A-rated carriers. These companies have billions in reserves and are highly regulated by state insurance commissioners. They are built for long-term solvency. Your contract is backed by the full financial strength of the carrier. 6. What are the fees? Many fixed indexed annuities have no explicit annual management fees. The insurance company makes their money on the spread between what they earn and what they credit you. If there is a fee, it's usually for an optional income rider. We will go over every single line item with you before you sign. To sum it up, this strategy is for the person aged 50 and up who is nearing the finish line and wants safety combined with growth potential. It's for the person who has done the work and now wants to protect the result. It's for those who value clarity over market hype. It's for your family's future. If you're thinking about a rollover, let's chat. There's no cost to look at the numbers. You can book a free, no obligation, 15-minute call with me using the link in the description. We'll look at your numbers and your goals. We'll discuss your concerns and see if a rollover makes sense for your map. From there, we can schedule a deeper dive on a Zoom call to run your specific projections. You'll see exactly how the numbers look. If this helped you today, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs this peace of mind. Your support helps us reach more families. Thanks for watching, and remember, your retirement should be about your dreams, not your fears. Build for the future, but protect for today. I'm Jason, and I'll see you in the next video. Protect what matters most.